Today we will talk about how sometimes autism stomps at you. So we are on the playground and there's this little peanut of a boy, little tiny thing, and he's nonverbal, but he is starting to learn to express his emotions. One of them right now is anger, and that's okay. We all have to learn to express our emotions. So this little man likes to climb up the slide. Now, as an occupational therapist, I love for students to climb up the slide because it provides good gross motor movement, and it provides something called proprioceptive input, which tells the joints where they are in space. A good explanation of what proprioception is your proprioceptive system tells you to pet softly if you're petting a little dog, or heavier if you're petting a big dog, or your proprioceptive system tells you how to push the gas pedal when you're in traffic. If you just need to go a little bit, you push a little bit. If you are ready to go a long way, you push a long way. And in especially autistic children or children with sensory deficits, their proprioceptive system is challenged. So it means that their joints in their body are not registering the right amount of pressure they should be applying. You'll see a lot of times if you see kids pushing each other in line, they're not necessarily trying to be mean, but they are seeking input to their sensory system. Or if you have a child who is constantly throwing themselves into walls or tripping, they're kind of clumsy, their proprioceptive system isn't acting right for them. It's not registering. So this little boy, so again, I digress on what proprioceptive is. But this little boy likes to climb up the slide, and in the playground setting at a school, we can't allow that because we have kids coming down the slide. And so we don't want a kid coming down the slide to hit the kid in the face with his feet that's climbing up the slide. So the general rule on our playground is that we climb up the ladder and down the slide, and it gives us a good chance to teach them opposites, up and down. They're following rules, and they're learning that they are not going to get their way all the time. So this little boy wants to climb up, and I mean to tell you, our playground time was 25 minutes, and we challenged each other back and forth. He would try to climb up, and I would tell him, stop, no, not safe, and he would ball up his fist, and he just kept stomping at me. It was hysterical because he's so little. He would stomp at me, and he'd wait for me to look away, and then he would try to climb up the slide again, and I would say, nope, up the ladder, and I would try to redirect him, take him over to the ladder to walk up, and he was so mad. He knew what I was doing. He wanted to climb up that slide. So after about 25 minutes of him stomping at me and me telling him, stop, no, not safe, take him to the ladder. So you can go up the ladder, you can go down the slide. You can go up the ladder, you can go down the slide. Because that's what you do. Repeat, 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 repeat until you feel like you're going crazy. And we were at each other for the entire playground time, and he just stomped, and he stomped, and he stomped. But you know what? The next day, this happened yesterday. The next day, the first person he came up to on the playground was me. He came up, he asked for a hug. He asked for some positive affection or attention, and it just goes to show you that even when, these children crave and need boundaries. And while you think that I'm providing a boundary for this kid, I told him, no, he's not going to like me. It's actually the people that provide the boundaries for them that they feel the safest with. So if I could give an advice for today for any parents of challenging children or autistic children, is that boundaries are healthy. Even as adults, we need boundaries. Boundaries give checks and balances for us, and they provide the structure, especially that an autistic child needs to feel safe and figure his way out in the world. So sometimes autism stomps.